What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Many moons ago, before it was official that Warner Brothers Discovery was even selling, they said, behind the scenes that they were going to be asking $30 a share, which everyone thought was an extreme over evaluation. And then, of course, we did start getting bids. And from the jump, Paramount always had the higher offer, rather, making the ire of Netflix. And then of course, now we heard that Netflix, because Paramount's not stopping, and they clearly did have the higher offer, which is what that lawsuit was, is like, hey, 108 billion is more than the 80 billion over here. What's going on? How are you doing your valuation? Well, we've kind of find out how they're doing their valuation, and Netflix has also their every criticism they've answered, and now Netflix, just like Paramount, is offering $30 a share, all backed by cash. So yeah, it's getting close to being over if it's not over, because I don't see Paramount offering more than $30 a share. They have been pretty serious about that. Netflix, meanwhile, they're not stopping. They really, really, really want it. So here you go. The Netflix cash bid for Warner Brothers Discovery has entered a decisive new phase, intensifying one of the largest and most consequential media acquisition battles in years and sharply raising the pressure on rival bidder Paramount Skydance. According to an amended filing confirmed by Bloomberg Intelligence, they have their own intelligence operatives, Netflix has revised its proposal to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery Studio and streaming business into a fully all-cash transaction, removing the stock component because they took quite the bit of a stock hit, meaning it was worth less money. Ironically, which was the criticism of how Paramount was doing it, putting their money into trusts, that they were like, well, you could just take the money out or something like that. So, backed fully by cash and the same price point. So the move is widely seen as an effort to accelerate the sales process while neutralizing Paramount's argument that its own $30 per share all cash tender offer is financially superior. Paramount's bid seeks to acquire all of Warner Brothers Discovery, including its legacy cable networks such as CNN and TNT, and has been aggressively pitched to shareholders as the cleaner, more traditional option. Now, of course, CNN and TNT and all that TV networks were so not profitable that all the profitability from Warner Brothers movie and streaming division and games division, what little they had over there, was being sucked away from those networks, covering all of their losses. So no one wanted them. Paramount was buying all of them. If Netflix gets Warner Brothers Discovery still has to split in two and separate from those. They're going to call it global networks or whatever they're going to do. Despite Paramount's campaign, Warner Brothers Discovery Board has remained fully behind Netflix's proposal. In a statement included in the filing, Ted Sarandos, CEO of Netflix, said the board continues to support and unanimously recommend the Netflix transaction, expressing confidence that it represents the best outcome for shareholders, consumers, and creators. Now, the issue is they've been saying that from the jump, even when they were getting offered less money. And so everyone's still wondering, what is the puzzle that we're missing here? What exactly is the deal going on here that made them go straight to Netflix over Paramount? Paramount, meanwhile, of course, has not backed down. We've heard that he has war rooms with people in Europe and the Middle East. They've tried to secure all the funding they can. They of course had that lawsuit, which was them trying to explain their valuations. You get how are you counting the TV networks? And that's not going great, by the way. So a major fault line in the bidding war remains Warner Brothers Discovery cable networks. Under the Netflix deal, those assets would be spun off into a separate publicly traded company called Discovery Global, distributed to Warner shareholders. So according to the filing, Warner advisors value the cable networks anywhere from 72 cents to $6.86 per share. It's a very large range, a wide range that Paramount has seized upon in arguing that the assets are effectively worthless. Yeah, they are. Warner's disputes the claim, noting that the cable networks still account for the majority of Paramount's own revenue. Then why were you separating? It makes no sense. Discovery Global would carry approximately $17 billion in debt as of June 30th, declining to $16.1 billion by the year's end. Stronger than expected cash flow has already allowed Warner and Netflix to reduce projected debt by $260 million compared to earlier plans The filing projects 16.9 billion in revenue and 5.4 billion in adjusted for Discovery Global in 2026. So yeah, it looks like the decision was made long ago, which is kind of what Paramount was complaining about. Meanwhile, Netflix lined up $42.2 billion in bridge loans from Wall Street banks to support the admitted cash offer. Whereas Larry Ellison and David Ellison were backing it by their own vast billions, the 250 billion that they have. Wasn't even a loan, it was their money. So this still seems less secure. If completed, a Netflix Warner combination would unite two of the world's largest streaming operations, creating a platform with an estimated 450 million global subscribers and a content library capable of rivaling Disney and Amazon. This is the antitrust. That's too big. That's more than 30% of the market share. And for a lot of people, that is too much. And that's what they're saying here. The scale, of course, is what has drawn the scrutiny. Hollywood labor unions and movie theater owners and everyone that's heard Sarandos talk about it being an outmoded and that they just want to do, 2-week to 17-day release windows, same day streaming, are all very panicking. And they should. It's part of a broader effort. Of course, we've seen Sarandos come out and give mouth service to everyone, not the fun type of mouth service, but like we're totally going to put our movies in movie theaters. And it's like, well, how many movie theaters? 2,000? 300. Oh, we're totally going to keep release windows. 45 days or 2 weeks? What are you actually going to do? And then for how long? Right? Is this just till 2027, 2028 when the contracts run out? And then you go right back and you switch the whole release window and then everyone follows suit because you have control of the market share? It's just a big thing of dominoes. And Sarandos is sitting here. He's about to kick it all over. And that's not even talking about the propaganda and agenda that we keep seeing out of Netflix, that we all have seen out of Netflix for years now. Bloomberg intelligence analyst says they note that the all-cash revision addresses Wall Street concerns about Netflix's share volatility and accelerates the shareholder vote while simultaneously increasing pressure on Paramount. At this stage, she suggested it may take an offer of more than $32 per share to sway Warner's board, well above Paramount's current bid. For Warner Brothers Discovery, they remain firmly in Netflix's corner. Yeah, because there's some fakakta behind the scenes deals that went on, which is what pissed off Paramount and asked them for the lawsuit to do your math because we're not seeing it. Even this revise, like one is their money that they're backing it with, and one is a bunch of Wall Street loans that they're backing with. Which one seems more secure? So, we'll see. We'll let you know. Yeah, $32 a share. If I was the Ellisons, just give them $35 a share and call it a day. Because aside from overwhelmingly superior offer, which I thought they already had, but just with no shadow of a doubt, I don't think this is going to go any way except Netflix's way. Let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. I mean, at the time of this recording, I think we're 10 subs away from 11,000. So assuming we haven't hit it yet by the time you see this, if you want to be a hero, just click that little sub button, and then I can start obsessing about 12,000 subs because that's how that works. Anyway, thank you all.
Well, bye.